Imagine doing absolutely everything right for your health, tracking every single metric like a machine, and still getting hit with a massive curveball. That is exactly what happened to Conno Christou. This guy does not leave anything to chance. He tracks his sleep with a Whoop band, cross-references it with an Oura ring, and gets nearly 100 biomarkers checked every single year. For 4 consecutive years, he had been religiously following the protocols of longevity researchers like Peter Attia and Rhonda Patrick. He was perfectly optimizing his supplements, his circadian rhythm, his protein intake, you name it. At 35 years old, while building his second company, he was as dialed in on the latest health research as anyone could possibly be. His last checkup in 2025 was totally green across the board. He even said it was the best he had in years. Then, after a regular workout, his arm swelled up. He did not think much of it at first, which is pretty common for athletes, but a week passed before he finally saw a doctor. Click. That doctor found 2 blood clots in his veins and immediately scheduled surgery. However, the pre-op exams changed his life forever. A doctor walked back into the room and told him the procedure was not happening. Instead, they found an 11 by 11 by 8 centimeter mass right behind his sternum. A biopsy confirmed what Conno had never even contemplated in his wildest dreams. He had an aggressive, fast-growing form of non-Hodgkin lymphoma. Plus, this is a super rare diagnosis affecting roughly 1 in 420,000 people, and it is caused by a completely random genetic mutation with absolutely no connection to lifestyle, diet, or stress. The tumor had only existed for about 3 months, and the scary part is that in 3 more weeks, it would have reached stage 4. He called himself lucky in his unluckiness because it was only found due to him going in for something else entirely. What followed was a serious education in the limits of our medical system, and a masterclass in what a determined patient can do when they leverage modern tools. His first oncologist, a highly renowned specialist, recommended the lighter of 2 available chemotherapy regimens. Conno actually booked his first infusion 3 days out. But the night before, something told him to seek a second opinion. That second doctor did not hesitate for a second. He recommended the much harder regimen, which meant continuous in-hospital infusion, cycling every 3 weeks across 6 grueling months, specifically because of Conno's pathology. The lighter treatment only carried roughly a 60% success rate for his presentation, while the aggressive one brought that number up to around 85%. Here you have 2 world-class doctors giving diametrically opposite recommendations. As Conno points out, as founders we are used to holding the wheel, but many people just blindly accept what they are told by the first authority figure they see. Over the next 2 days, he gathered 12 opinions in total, drawing on his professional network and reaching out to experts in the US and abroad. 11-1 voted in favor of the harder path, so he took it. Throughout the 6 months of chemo, he approached it like building a company, treating it as a marathon of sprints. He wore his Whoop band the whole time and found it remarkably accurate at predicting when his immune system would bottom out. He kept a voice-transcribed symptom journal, tracking sleep, nutrition, and psychology. He then fed all of this data, blood results, scan data, wearable output, and journal entries straight into Claude. He is part of a growing trend, with a recent poll showing 1/3 of American adults now use chatbots for health advice. Experts like Danielle Bitterman at Mass General Brigham warn that these general-purpose models are frequently wrong. Conno agrees it did not replace his doctors. It just helped him ask the exact right questions. This became critical at the end of his treatment when his final PET scan came back ambiguous. The doctors suggested more radiotherapy near his heart. Conno did his homework, fed all his scans into Claude, and the AAI flagged a phenomenon called thymus rebound, which has a high false positive rate in patients under 40. Claude put the probability of this at 90%. Conno got 3 more opinions, and the 4th doctor confirmed it. He was clear: no active disease, no more radiation. It just goes to show how advocating for yourself with today's technology can literally save your life.